Yeah, Free Guy. So look, I went to this and it was pretty packed, which I was surprised at. The theater was big, and it's probably the best cinema experience atmosphere I've had since Endgame. You know, where there was so many people in the theater, not as many, of course, because of social distancing, but there was an atmosphere. There was an upbeat tone in the theater, and people had a really good time. I was expecting, Ryan Reynolds to be Ryan Reynolds. I was expecting Deadpool. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting jokes left, right, and center. Cameo was popping up every 2 seconds, like Zoolander 2, which I hated that movie so much because there was so many cameos and it just ruined the movie. I was expecting some cool action sequences, and I was expecting Easter eggs and hints and nods to amazing video games. That exist in our world, the GTA's, the
Yeah, yeah.
Fortnite, like the massive one, things like that. And I got those things, but I didn't get them as much as I thought I would. And actually, the story, the plot for this movie that the trailers fail to convey is pretty great, Casey. It's really good. There's a story to this movie. It's a love story. There's also kind of a conspiracy to the story as well. And the trailers never conveyed that whatsoever. They never it just showed us, oh, it's a video game movie, Ryan Reynolds, jokes, ha ha ha, come see this. But it actually failed. I don't know if it was a strategic thing, or we'll just show this movie as an upbeat, funny movie. But we'll hide the actual story, the plot, or if it was a marketing failure. I don't know.
I think it
But it's obviously
definitely
not because
would
the movie's
be
making.
intentional because Ryan is behind that. So he would
Yeah,
definitely ensure that it's the best way to market this movie. He even got Deadpool to do it. That was just
yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, that was true. So yeah, it has so much heart to it. There's a story, love story. Ryan Reynolds' character Guy, you really feel from it. It's very much like the Truman Show. Realizing that, oh, not everything is what it seems. Stuff like that. And Ready Player One is similar to it as well, but it doesn't have as many Easter eggs as Ready Player One at all. But it has a real story and a real plot to it. Now, have you been spoiled for any of the cameos yet in the movie?
yeah. Unfortunately, Ryan posted it on his Twitter, and I saw the pictures first, and then I read the tweets. I was like, oh man, because I would have
Yeah,
loved to see that in the movie itself without knowing. I mean, I knew Taika was in it, but apart from that, I didn't know anyone else. So I'm not even gonna name them
yeah,
in case anyone of
no,
you don't want to know. So yeah,
yeah, and I got spoiled with them as well. Well, not all of them because he put them up on his Instagram and his Twitter. I was like, why did you do that? It's only out in 4 days, but I suppose he has to market it and get people interested and stuff like that. So yeah, the cameos are pretty cool, but there's not as many as I thought there would be. That's probably about it. The ones that you've seen, there's maybe one or two more, but I thought they would rely on all these cameos. They didn't do that. It didn't do that, or the Easter eggs or the nods or anything like that, which I was surprised at. It actually has a story, actually has a meaning, a deeper meaning behind this movie, and it's a new franchise. This is going to be we're going to get a second one, we're going to get a third one. This is pretty big, Casey. This is going to be Sean Levi, the director, and Ryan Reynolds have created a new franchise for Disney, and Disney, I think, already won a sequel.
yeah. Ryan
You know,
tweeted that uh, obviously he was being funny as well, but he kind of said that Disney wants a sequel and stuff. So yeah,
yeah. I wonder if they didn't say anything yet, and that was his way of kind of
I thought that for a
saying,
second, but I don't think like under Disney, I don't think he would do that because Disney
yeah,
regulations are kind of more strict, and well, you never know. It's not Feige, so he probably still can. But yeah, I don't
yeah.
see I don't see
I,
how
I
this
was,
doesn't get a sequel after all this raving reviews and box office success. There's no way it's not getting a sequel.
you know, it only had like what, a 40% drop
I think
from last week.
34%. I maybe it's the
That's
pandemic
ridiculous.
record so far, but I haven't seen this low of a drop. Even with GVK, it was not this low. I think.
Yeah, but that's like, even if it wasn't a pandemic, that's a pretty
Yeah,
amazing. Like, that's unheard of. Like, that's so good.
exactly.
And I think like it made half of what it made last week as well. Like, that's brilliant. And this is a movie that will have legs, definitely. I think it's going to cross just about to cross 100 million. So it's made its money. Well, I don't know if it's going to make its budget back, but like in the pandemic and stuff like that, it's pretty. This is only in theaters as well. You can't go and watch this on Netflix or HBO Max. You have to actually go and pay a ticket, which you know about, because it's not where you are, unfortunately. But I was 15, 20 minutes into this movie, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the first 15, 20 minutes. Not that the movie was bad. It's just I wasn't expecting this because the marketing showed me jokes and Easter eggs and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
The movie wasn't what I was expecting it to be. But once I kind of lived with that, I was like, all right, okay, this isn't that. And then the movie keeps going. I'm like, I'm really digging this. This is awesome. This is better than what I thought. Which I was happy with. So yeah, I was a little bit thrown off by the marketing in a good way, and I enjoyed it. And I thought it was an awesome, awesome movie.
Yeah, I cannot wait to check it out, man. Like, they had it here as a tentative release, but then again, they removed it. I don't know why. They probably didn't get to, bring it here. But maybe it will come out next month. Who knows? But whenever it comes out, I'm definitely gonna watch it in the theater. Um, so yeah, I was actually planning to,
Yeah,
like, last week, even until last weekend, it was showing, as upcoming release, but then they removed it.
yeah. I was watching an interview with the director Sean Levi, and said that they shot most of the movie. They were shooting the movie, and then Disney acquired Fox.
Yeah.
And then I think Ryan called Disney or whatever. He asked them could he use few characters, and they said yeah to all of the characters that they asked for. Then they reshot
Oh,
the third act. So I knew this going into the movie, and the first act in the middle of the movie, there isn't massive like amazing cameos or massive Easter eggs and things like that because the movie when they were shooting it was very different from how they finished it because it was still a Fox movie and then Disney acquired
right.
it at the end of production. So I was expecting going into the third act, oh, here's when the cameos are going to come. Here's when the cool moments are going to come. And Casey, they're awesome. It's pretty awesome. I'm surprised that Disney let them use these characters, especially since Disney didn't know what the final product was going to be. Like the movie was only 2/3 shot, and they didn't know it was going to be this good. And now they want sequels and stuff like that. And yeah, it's awesome when they come and there's a really funny scene. I don't want to give anything away, but and then there's awesome kind of Easter eggs and the character pops up, he uses a different kind of prop. It's awesome. It's just insane. So yeah, I was expecting to go into the third act, but the theater I was in, the atmosphere hasn't been this good since Endgame. And that was
Nice.
massive.
So there is
So
word
I had a
of
good time.
mouth buzz around this movie because there was, at least I thought there was for Suicide Squad, but the theaters were kind of empty,
Yeah. Suicide Squad is going to be thrown out of theaters. That's how bad it's gotten. So
unfortunately.
it's because nobody is seeing the movie, so it's taking up screenings, and theaters don't
Yeah.
want that because if it was packed, it'd be even more. Like old is still out here. It's still going because
Nice.
there's people going to watch it. It's doing really well. I think it's crossed 80 million or 88 million
M. Night has a
nationally.
huge
Another hit.
fan base of his own, loyal fan
Yeah,
base.
his
Yeah.
name, his name alone
And
carries
I'm one of them
most of
too
his movies.
now. I recently just watched all of his movies except Avatar and Lady in the Lake or something. Except those two, I've
I
seen
haven't seen
all
that.
of them. Like, I I think he's a really good filmmaker, based on how he directs and how he tells stories. But yeah, he does have a fan base.
Definitely, and yeah, he's amazing. So, but yeah, uh, like Free Guy, old. These movies are having legs in a pandemic, like Jungle Cruise as well. So there is a way to make money,
Yeah.
and Free Guy Ryan Reynolds is doing
Free
that.
Guy is
So definitely
also
go check
a
it out if you have.
theatrical only movie. So that's also something we have to keep in mind.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a family fun movie with awesome moments in it that word of mouth will gather, and that's what it's doing right now. So fair play to Ryan Reynolds. He has another franchise, and if you look at Ryan Reynolds and his openings to other movies, Free Guy has done better than most of his non-Deadpool ones,
Yeah,
and this is in a pandemic. So that's insane. That's insane.
yeah, it is. And I can't wait to
Cool.
see it.